Hello everyone. Today we'll study about organ system, which includes detailed study of digestive system and reproductive system of rat. So first and foremost, we'll look into digestive system of rat. So in digestive system, as in your lower class also, you have studied about digestive system of humans. So there it consists of digestive glands and alimentary canal. So as you can see, the alimentary canal, which it starts from the mouth and it ends with the anus, and the tube, which is demarked into different regions. It may be from the mouth till anus. Each section, they are having their own functions. So we'll see in detail what are the functions as in the alimentary canal. So in this diagram you can see the alimentary canal. It consists of mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine and anus. So first, in mouth, it is the beginning of the alimentary canal, and when you see its transverse aperture, which is guarded by two soft lip, one is upper lip and one is lower lip. So upper lip, it has chisel, like it has a cleft, and you know that rat consists of chisel teeth. And second, buccal cavity. So after the mouth leads to the buccal cavity, so the roof of the buccal cavity, it is called as palate. The harder portion which you can feel with your tongue, that is called as palate. So the anterior part will be very much hard, and the floor of buccal cavity, we are having the tongue. The same the rat has. The anterior end will be free, and the posterior end of the tongue, which is attached to the esophageal end. So now also the buccal cavity consists of tongue, teeth. So we'll see how the tongue functions. So tongue is a muscular and has numerous papillae. So that is nothing but taste buds. So both jaws, they are provided with teeth. So as in humans, we know that the teeth are thecodont, heterodont and diphyodont. Same type of teeth, they are also present in mammals like rats, rabbits. So what do you mean by this thecodont then? Thecodont means the teeth which are embedded in the jaw. Heterodont means the teeth are of different types. Diphyodont, okay, this is about two different types, that is milk teeth and permanent teeth. So heterodont, it is nothing but you are having structures in teeth, like maybe the front portions called as incisors, the pointed one which helps in tearing, they are called as canines, and the larger one which are present in the edge, they are the molars and premolars, which helps in mainly chewing the food. So now, what are these parts of a teeth they are made up of? So teeth, they are made up of two parts. One is crown and root. So crown is the upper part and root is the lower part. And this crown is visible, root is embedded inside the jaw. So we all know that dentine and enamel. So dentine, it gives the white color, and enamel, it is the hardest part which gives the function to the teeth. So this is about how buccal cavity is having different parts. Next, we all move to the pharynx. So pharynx is nothing but the food pipe, or I can tell not a food pipe, I can tell it is a attachment of food pipe and windpipe. So now buccal cavity leads to pharynx. As we know that the mouth and nose, they open up in these two regions. So if the pipe which leads from nose, that is from the breathing point or breathing part, it is called as nasopharynx region, and if it is leading from mouth, then it is called as oropharynx region. So now what is glottis here? It is bell-shaped structure which is present in pharynx, that is glottis. So next we'll move on to the esophagus. So esophagus is a food pipe. It is a long tube running towards the thoracic region. So mainly it will pass towards the diaphragm into the stomach. So we already know that diaphragm, it is a base which helps in respiration, because once we are taking air and leaving out, this diaphragm having some physiological functions. Next we'll move on to the stomach. It is a muscular and glandular sac. So what is the function of this stomach? So we know that once the food is passed through buccal cavity food pipe, it will move into the stomach and food is kept temporarily for digestion. So we already know that the stomach lining, the inner wall lining, it is made up of mucous membrane or mucus secretion. So what is the function of this mucus now? So once the food is entered inside, there will be secretion of HCl, hydrochloric acid, which is highly acidic and which range the pH between 1.5 to 3. So if this HCl is so much acidic, our stomach must have gone corroded. So to prevent from corrosion, so from HCl, our stomach is lined up with the mucus lining. So same, the HCl is having some of the important function, that is to kill the germs and also helps in activation of some enzymes which are present in stomach. So this stomach, the starting portion of the stomach, once it is ending part, we can see if it is ending towards the esophagus where the stomach is starting, that region is called as cardiac region, and the end region or at the starting point of small intestine, that is called as pyloric region. So there are two sphincters, cardiac sphincters near to the cardiac region, pyloric sphincter near to the pyloric region. So what are the sphincters? These are like doorway system. So once the food will come and passes through the esophagus, then only the cardiac sphincter will open, then only it will enter into the stomach. Once the digestion process is taken place in stomach or it is finished, then only the pyloric sphincter will open, then it will move to the small intestine. So this is how the sphincters will work. Next we'll move to the intestine. So as you already know that there are three parts in intestine, in mainly small intestine: duodenum, jejunum and ileum, and later it moved towards the large intestine. So what is the function? So you already know that there are small microscopic breast-like structure which are called as villi. They helps in absorption. They are mainly present in small intestine. So now after the absorption takes place, the food, the undigested food or the remaining food, it will move towards the large intestine, and in large intestine we are having colon and rectum, then it passes through the anus. So at last we'll come to the anus, that is the terminal part, and even anus, it has got some muscular sphincters to open and close, then the undigested food is thrown out. So this is about the complete detailed structure and about digestive system of rat, only about the alimentary canal. So next we'll move on to the digestive glands.